Hey everyone, Mike Extra Cheese here. You've got my channel. If you've never watched the channel before, if you've never seen one single episode, watch this one. This is my testimony. This is the episode where I'm going to tell you who I used to be, what I became, and who I am now. Please watch this episode. It could be life-changing for you. I know I like to kid around a lot, but this is going to be a serious episode. Let's get into it. Let me just give you a little bit of content. I'm 57 years old, and I have been sober for about, I think, 27 years now. I think I've kind of lost track. I'm going to go kind of back into and try and watch out for pitfalls and pratfalls along the way. Talk about a long and winding road, huh? You know, maybe some of you had that. Maybe you're in it right now. You've had a long and winding road. You've been battling substance abuse. You've been battling drug abuse. You've been battling alcohol abuse, and I did too. I started using early on. I was in my teens when I started using alcohol, really, and smoking pot, just to, well, to be quite honest with you, from what I remember, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every drink I had for a little bit. I enjoyed every puff I had for a little bit, and then I didn't. It started to turn against me. I was a very depressed person in my 20s. In fact, I was actually diagnosed with having had bipolar, manic depression, whatever you want to call it. There was probably a period of a good 8 years where I took medication for it. And I'm going to tell you now, there's not a doctor in the world that wouldn't have diagnosed me with something like that. The way I acted, the way I lived my life, it certainly fell right in line with somebody who was manic depressive, just depressed all the time. So, you know, big ups and big downs, and just no in between balance of life. And I will say that in my 20s, I was able to maintain a period of sobriety for about 8 years. But I think by the time I turned 29, 30 years old, life got nuts again, and I decided I was going to start using again. I had a relapse, and so my sobriety date today dates from that particular time in my life. So you have to go back, I think it was in 1999, September 4th of 1999, that I had my last drink. So that's how long it's been for me. But you have to understand, you know, not taking a drink, not taking a drug is a great thing. Don't get me wrong, but the lifestyle I was living still was not conducive to somebody who had really found true sobriety. Now, I was also a very angry person. I used to joke, and it's no laughing matter, but I used to joke that I could probably have built a house with everything that I had physically destroyed. And by that I mean, you know, the destructive anger, the destructive rage, punching holes in walls, kicking doors, and, you know, I don't need to go too much into detail. Maybe some of you have been there, y'all get an idea of what I'm talking about. Very unhealthy, just not a good way to live. I had such anger in me, such strife. I got to a point again through another divorce. This would have been, I don't know, the second-third time that I got to a point of such severe depression. I'm just going to tell you this. The medication I was taking, took a big handful of it and decided that I was going to put it all in my mouth, take a big swig of water, and that was it. Well, my wife today, who was not my wife at the time, she just looked at me and she goes, "Don't." I found out later, because I checked myself into a hospital, that had I done that, I would not be here right now telling you this story. Yeah. You know, I don't remember whole lots of details, and you know, that's part of the healing. That's part of the healing. That's part of the forgiveness part, okay? I had to forgive people, and that's when I healed. When I forgave people, I healed. Let me say that again. When I forgave people, when all was forgiven for anything that I thought they did against me, I was healed. There's the solution. When you come to Christ, you understand that you have to forgive. Forgiving doesn't mean that the other person has to know it. They don't have to know it. Forgiving is for you. It's for you. It's to ease your heart, to ease your burden. Are you hearing me? Do you understand what I'm saying? Forgiving is for you. Let's go look down here real quick. You have got to forgive people. You're holding on to that hurt, you're holding on to that habit, you're holding on to that hang-up, and man, it's suffocating. You can't even breathe with it. You got to let it go. You have to. And once you do that, you're going to heal. That's when you heal. That's when the healing begins, is when you let it go and don't take it back again, because once it's gone, you see that? Once it's gone, it's gone. And once it's done, it's done. Oh, but you don't know what they did to me. No, I don't know what they did to you. You don't know what was done to me. Okay? I don't get into that no more because I forgave. I forgave. You don't need to know all the details anymore. I used to think I had to tell everybody every little detail, like I was looking for sympathy or something, you know, or empathy or something. I don't know. I thought that's where my healing was going to come from, by giving you all this graphic detail and descriptions of stuff I had done or stuff that had been done to me. But I forgave. And once I forgave, He came in, and here He dwells. He and I are one. I am in Him, and He is in me, or we are in the Father, and that is His words. That is His words. I'm telling you, let it go. Forgive. Jesus says, if you can't forgive others, then the Father also will not forgive you. Think about that. That is huge. That is huge. If you don't forgive others, He will not forgive you. I don't know about you, but I want to forgive others because I know I need forgiveness. I need forgiveness still today. I still make mistakes today. I still let out the occasional F-bomb. I don't like that about myself. I have to change that. I get frustrated. I get irritated. I don't do it in public. I do it at home, you know, or I do it up in here. I still do that. It still happens to me today, and I have got to work on that. I don't want that in my life anymore. I don't want to give the enemy room. The enemy being the devil, the enemy being Satan. I do not want to give him any room in my life. So that's what you have to do. You've got to forgive other people. You forgive other people, and you will be set free. Amen? Okay.